Hello everyone. Today I am Rishabh Bhardwaj, Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, taking a lecture of automobile engineering on the topic leaf spring. As we know, the leaf spring is a type of suspension. A leaf spring is simple form of spring commonly used for the suspension in wheeled vehicles. Originally, it is called a laminated or a carriage spring, or sometimes it is referred as a semi elliptical spring or elliptical spring of cart springs. This is the oldest form of springs appearing on carriages in ancient times. If we're talking about the invention, the leaf spring was invented by the Elliot, which was living in London in 18th century. He was simply piled one steel plate on the top of another, pinned them together, and shackled each of the carriage. It was the first ever leaf spring used on a vehicle. There was a variety of leaf spring usually employed the word elliptical. The elliptical or full elliptical leaf spring, patented in 1804 by the British inventor Elliot. It has been referred to two circular arc links at the tips. This was joined to the frame at the top of the center of the upper arc. The, bot- the bottom of the bottom center was joined to the live suspension component such as a solid front axle. Additional suspension component such as trailing arms would usually be needed for this design. But the semi-hemical leaf springs are used for Hotchkiss drive that employed the lower arc. Hence, it has been named the quarter elliptical springs often had the thickest part of the shack of leaves struck in the rear end of the side piece of a shorter ladder frame. With the free end attached to the differential, as in the Austin 7 of the 1920s, as an example of non-elliptical leaf springs. The Ford Model T has multiple leaf springs over its differential that were curved in the shape of yoke. As a substitute of damper or shock absorber, some manufacturers laid non-metallic sheets in between the metal leaves such as wood. Elliot invented revolutionized carriage design and construction, removing the need of heavy pitch and making transportation over rough roadways faster, easier, and less expensive. Next, we will discuss the what is the manufacturing, construction, and the characteristic of leaf spring. Initially, we will start with the leaf spring. What is leaf spring? The leaf spring, it is originally called as a laminated and a carriage spring, as we discussed in the introduction part, and sometimes refer to as a semi-elliptical cart or a spring. The main component of the leaf spring that is eye, center bolt, and rebound clips. Rebound clips helped to tie up the several size leaf springs, and the center bolt hold and tied it up to the middle one, and the eye help us to lock with the carriage. Let's discuss the principle of leaf spring. The principle of leaf spring, that is a leaf spring is a simply type of suspension springs which is commonly used in heavy vehicles. The overall purpose of a leaf spring is to provide support for a vehicle. It also provides a smoother ride, absorbing any humps and potholes in the road. Leaf springs are also used to locate the axle and control the height at which the vehicle rides, and helps to keep the tire aligned on the road. Because of these benefits, leaf springs are in high demand. Casual transportation is just one of the way of leaf spring having contributed to our transportation industries. These days, leaf springs are more popular with heavy commercial vehicles like truck, SUV and vans. The leaf springs have a different roles and the different sectors. As we will discuss initially with the farming. It is said that the idea of using leaf spring to the support farms equipments inspired the inventions of them. Leaf springs were used in the medieval times back when agriculture was major industry leader. Improvements like the leaf springs made it easier and faster for farmers to haul and transport goods for trade. Although the design of the leaf spring has improved all over the years and the same concept is used in today farms. In industrial equipments, leaf springs are also has been used. Without the use of leaf spring, the construction vehicles would not be able to tow heavy loads. It is important for construction vehicles to be able carry heavy items like bricks, stones, concrete and massive materials. It really doesn't matter how large a vehicle if it is not designed to support overbearing loads. It will not carry out its duty, resulting in breakdown and unnecessary cost. In addition to transporting construction items, leaf springs are also beneficial to areas that tends to receive high amount of snow. Plowing high volume of snow can get heavy ones if it freezes. Having your truck equipment with heavy duty leaf springs will abolish an unnecessary stress and making it last through the winters. As you can see in the figures, we have the complete layout of the leaf springs. In the bottom side, we have the vehicle left side and the upper side we have a vehicle right side. In the isometric view, we are seeing this layout by which we can see that in the middle we have a differential that shows to the vehicle front side and the rear side, and the left and the right wheels with the suspension system, that is the leaf springs. We have flat leaf springs over both of the sides, and 6 and 5 both shows the eye of the leaf springs, and and the 3 and the 4 will show the circle from the other side. Here we have a ties. Let's discuss about the types of leaf springs. Initially we have a elliptical or a semi-elliptical leaf springs. Let's start with the elliptical leaf springs. Elliptical, the two leaf springs that can be combined facing away from each other to create an oval shape. This is known as elliptical. Then we have a semi-elliptical. This is the normal shape of the multi-leaf springs, similar to the bow of a bow and arrow without the string. Then we have a 3/4 elliptic. In the 3/4 elliptic, some large vehicles can be seen like a sporting an extra half of a leaf spring to support the normal leaf spring positioned over the top of the axle. In quarter elliptic, this is an older type of leaf spring with a similar structure to that of normal leaf spring. Only different being is that is the half. Then the last we have a transverse. The transverse leaf spring were positioned across the car from wheel to wheel rather than over the wheel. Again, these an older type of spring that aren't often anymore. Now we have some another types of leaf spring that are conventional leaf spring, eye mounted leaf spring, taper and slide springs, progressive springs, and trailer leaf springs. These are types of leaf springs which are used for the special purposes, or they are designed for only some special vehicles. Next we have a double eye leaf springs, in which the both the ends having a eyepiece, and we will measure from eye to another eye position. In the second we have a open eye leaf spring that measure mounting point to the further inside point. In this type of leaf spring, one end is the eye and second is free hinge, in which we have to lock from the other side. Third type we have a hook end, flat end and radius end leaf spring, in which one side is eye-pieced, second we have a radius end springs, and some leaf springs are flat end. These are the combination of different leaf springs arranged depending upon the use or specialized purpose. In the full tapered springs, you can see we have a both eye from both ends. In the multi leaf springs, we have different leaf springs but in the incremental order. Depending upon the situation or the condition or requirement, we will assemble different leaves which resembles or provides different output or desired output depending upon the condition. Then we have a 3 leaf spring trailer springs, in which we have 3 layer leaf springs, and the top of the layer is curved and bent, which locked all the leaf springs. Now we will discuss the different leaf springs used in different vehicles. As you can see, the multi-layers leaf springs or double eye or curved elliptical, these are used in heavy trucks for like Mercedes, Isuzu, Scania, MAN, Mack and Bedford and etc. In curved and helical ends, these types of leaf springs are used in small trailers, spring for the box type trailers, boat trailers, agriculture trailer, horse float and other classical cars. The next we have a elliptical which are more which have more curvature in the leaf springs. These are used in four-wheel drive, like in springs for Jeep, Toyota Land Cruiser, Ford, General Motors, Chevy or a different lifts. These are generally used for increasing the height of the vehicle. These are generally used for the off-road vehicles or super utility vehicles. If we talk taking the next one, then we have a semi-trailer springs for BPW, Ruby Owen, Freehold, Fighters and Redixon and etc. Let's discuss about the construction of leaf springs. The leaf springs are used in automobiles is of semi-elliptical type. It is built up of number of plates or known as leaf springs or leaf or laminated leaves, which are reducing in length. The longest leaf is called the main leaf or master leaf, and other leaves are called as graduated leaves, as the length of the leaves reduce gradually. The spring is clamped to the axle by means of U-bolt, and the rebound clip are used to hold the leaves together. Center clamp is used to fix the position of leaf spring to the axle wheel. This is the construction of a leaf spring, that how the leaf spring will be formed, or the combination of different leaf springs can be formed. Let's discuss about the characteristic of leaf springs. The leaf spring act as a linkage for holding the axle in position, and thus separate linkage are not necessary. We are eliminating the separate or additional linkage from whole the assembly. It makes the construction of the suspension simpler and stronger. As the positioning of the axle is carried out by the leaf spring, so it makes a disadvantages to use soft springs. We have to use, or we will use, a high strength leaves for SUVs, which implies or results in high height or wheelbase of the super utility vehicles and off-road vehicles. If we use the soft springs, that will be for low spring constants, and we are not able to increase the height of the vehicles. Therefore, this type of suspension does not provide good riding comfort. The interleaf friction between the leaf springs affects the riding comfort. Yes, if we put some sleeves or the friction reducing material between the leaves, which increase the riding comfort. Acceleration and braking torque cause wind up and vibration, and it also wind up causes rear end squat and nose driving. Let's discuss about the manufacturing processes involved in the leaf springs. In the manufacturing process, if we discuss, the first consider that the shearing of flat bar. We have to shear the flat bar. Then we have to drill or punch a center hole in it, by which we are able to bolt. And heating process forming. We have first eye forming. We have to wrap the one end of the leaf spring, which is known as the eye of the leaf springs. Diamond cutting and trimming, white cutting and tapering are the processes which are included and done on the master leaf spring. End punching, end gluing, end bending, forging and eye grinding. These are all the processes which are done on the end of the leaf springs. Then center hole punching, drilling and napping. Next we have a heat treatment processes. For the heat treatment processes, for initially we are heating all the leaves. Then we will use the chamber forming, then use the hardening process, then quenching, then tempering, by which we are able to harden the material as well as the brittle. And third, we are tempering the leaf springs, by which we are able to get tempered and high durability and efficient material. The last we will use the surface preparation. For this, short pinning or short stress pinning, and last one is prime painting. The short pinning is the process by which we are able to reduce the internal stresses done during the cold working on leaf springs. In this short pinning, we have 1 mm abrasive particles kind of balls, which are shorted on the leaf springs, which implies or reduce the stress, internal stress induced during the cold working. Last, for the better life or life cycle, we will paint all the leaves, the priming painting that is. Then we have a eye bush preparation process. For the eye bush, we do eye reaming or eye boring, bush insertion and bush reaming. In the eye, we have to do a reaming process or eye boring process, by which we are able to increase the size of the eyepiece or remove all the abrasive or obstacle particles in the eye. Then we will insert a bush in it. Then the bush also get reaming, by which we are clean the internal surface of the bush. Then assemble. We have in the assembly we have presetting and load testing. In this we will preset and load will be put it over there, and fatigue test is taken for the completion. Then finish painting, we will paint or complete assembly. Then marking and packaging will be occurred for the dispatch purpose. If we discuss about the standard size of the leaf spring, these are some standard or basic dimensions for the leaf spring that could be differ for the different purposes. First, we will discuss about the width in mm, that could be 25 to 80 mm in steps of 5 mm. In gradually 5 mm increment could be phased or available. Next, we have a thickness. Thickness would be 2 to 8 mm in step of 1 mm, then 10 to 16 mm in second of 2 mm, and increment simultaneously. Next we have a material used for leaf springs. The material used for leaf springs is usually a plain carbon steel having 0.9% to 1% of the carbon in a pure or ferrous material. According to the Indian standards, the recommended material are for the automobile, that is 50 CR1 and 50 CR1 V23. Next we have a 55 Si2 Mn90 used in hardened and tempered state. For rail load springs, for the rails, we will use the C55, that is water hardened. In C75, that is oil hardened. 40 Si 2 Mn90, that is water hardened, and 55 Si M90, that is oil hardened material. These are all the materials which are used for the leaf springs. For this session, we are just signing out, and stay tuned for the next videos that will be uploaded soon. Thank you.